on track like this, 'cause the music makes me high. If I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out a loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of night they make movies about.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von Channel Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active here on the channel, yes indeed. And now, it is my review of Fast 9, F9, the Fast Saga, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna keep this pretty brief. Spoiler alert, this movie is trash. I mean, man, this movie was trash from the beginning. I mean, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that Vin Diesel's getting older, and I don't know. But his whole demeanor of this whole aura that he's created around Dominic Toretto, I don't buy it anymore, and it just comes off as comedic. You know what I'm saying? In the first couple films, Dominic Toretto was coming out as a legitimate tough guy who's been through some things. Now he's just a caricature of what they think a tough guy is, and a superhero. He is an invincible superhero. And I'm just like, so there's nothing believable about this film. The movie has no stakes because your characters cannot be hurt and they're invincible. So the movie has no stakes. There's no weight. I don't even understand the premise of this. There was a MacGuffin that they was trying to get, and the thing looked like an old 80s video game piece. This movie was so bad. It was so bad. And granted, they spent a lot of money on it, and you can see the money because it's there on the screen as they're throwing cars and blowing up shit. But I didn't care. Why? Because there's nothing at stake. I might as well have been watching a ride at an amusement park with nameless people on the ride because I didn't care. Because that's where you've put your characters. Nobody dies. Nobody stays dead. They bring back Han in the most ridiculous story of whatever with Mr. Nobody faking his death. What? And then you introduce the new character that Han was this girl, and I'm supposed to be sympathetic for her characters and her parents that I don't know because they got killed. What? I don't care. None of it matters. This new girl, is she gonna die? No, she's not gonna die because nobody dies. These movies have just become so ridiculous. You remember back in Fast 5 when they started dragging the bank vault around? I was like, this is ridiculous. But it was still entertaining because it followed a plot. It followed a course, and I was like, okay. And The Rock was great. And this movie suffers from not having The Rock in it. Vin Diesel, I just don't buy you as this nigga's pulling down buildings like Samson from the Bible, and he's what? He's beating up Tyrese is invincible, and the fact that Tyrese jokes about the fact that they're invincible makes it even worse. I mean, and then the fact that you guys play nothing's taken seriously. The whole thing with them going into space was so stupid. I'm like, is it supposed to be a joke? Nothing. It didn't make any sense. The fact that you tried to bring in the character from Tokyo Drift, I didn't care. This movie's bad. This franchise needs to die. And I know they got one more. They got to do one more to close it out. Whatever. But man, this movie was trash. I mean, at the point at the end of the movie, John Cena. I mean, everything with John Cena. I'm just like, I don't care. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. You're telling me that Dom, whose entire life motto has been family, had a brother that he disowned because he thought his brother killed his father, and it's what? None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And anything that tried to make sense had no weight or stakes to it because your characters are invincible. And then you go around and mock that. Now you're laughing at that. Now you're telling me as an audience member we're not even taking this serious. So you shouldn't take it serious. So therefore, why should you give us your money? This movie sucks. I love Ludacris. There was a scene where they're doing a fight. There's a fight scene in like the back of the truck, and Ludacris, who's apparently a superhero now and an elite task force member, there's where he's running up on the dude and he's like, and it's like, what is that? Is that your fight stance? It looks so ridiculous. It looks so ridiculous. I was like, no, Ludacris, I don't believe you. And I'm such a fan of Luda. I'm such a fan of Luda, but I don't even you, I don't believe you in this. I don't believe it. There was the scene when they go to find Mr. Nobody's crash site, and they get out and they're moving all like, cover me. They all got their weapons out. Like, bro, you guys are not a special ops team of the military. You guys are a bunch of fucking street racers. Stop. I was so irritated with everything in this movie. I don't like it. I don't even know if I'm going to watch the next one. And here's the thing about it. I enjoyed Hobbs and Shaw a lot. And that was just as ridiculous to an extent. But I like the characters. I don't even like these characters. Dom is not a likable character. Tyrese's character is not a likable character. Luda's character is a likable character. Han is a likable character. But other than that, I don't think Letty is a likable character. I just don't. I don't. And the fact that they tried to let Tyrese carry the comedy in this, I don't think he's not funny to me. None of the jokes landed. It was whack, man. This movie was whack. Ugh, it was painful. It was painful to get through this. I had to smoke a lot of weed to get through this movie, and it didn't help. I was high as a giraffe ass, and this movie still made no sense. Holla at your boy, man. Let me know what y'all thought of this disaster of a movie, F9. If I gotta give this thing a score, I'm gonna give this thing like a 3, man. This movie was ridiculous. They throwing everything at the cars, everything. Cypher's in the movie, don't care. Didn't care. Didn't care when John Cena turned good. The only reason he turned good is because the bad guys turned on him. This movie's trash, man. Leave your comments what you thought of this disgusting, terrible movie. Holla at your boy. Make sure you check out the travel vlogs, man. We here, man. Until next time, I don't know, man. No more fast movies, please. Holla at your boy. Peace.
To the ends with you, I'ma go. To the end with you, I'ma go.